Erin here, and I thought I'd take you along with me on a little grocery run. I've got my mask right here, so I'm all ready to go. I'm pretty excited because this is going to be the first time that I try out my Lotus trolley bag system right here. And I also have some produce bags. For all of my grocery shopping, I try to limit my purchasing of single-use plastics, and I also try to buy things that don't really come in plastic packaging, which is really hard these days. So anyway, it's really hot in here. I need to start the car because I'm going to melt, but I'm headed to Sprouts. Let's go grocery shopping. Guys, 91 degrees. That is not okay. It is so freaking hot. Alrighty, I just pulled up to Sprouts and I'm gonna put my mask on. Luckily, the line doesn't look too crazy. There's maybe like 5 or 6 people waiting, so it shouldn't take that long. Alright, I'm back. That was a successful grocery run, and I only had to wait for about 5 to 10 minutes, which wasn't too bad. And the grocery store had everything that I needed, so it was successful. And I got to try out my Lotus trolley bag for the first time, and I absolutely love it. I was a little worried that I might like fumble around when I'm checking out, but it was like super seamless and easy, and the cash register lady even complimented me on it and thought it was a super cool thing that I was using, so that was awesome. Wow, it's so hot, you guys. So I just need to go to the post office really fast to mail out some shop orders, and I will go home and unpack my groceries and show you what I got. So I just got home, washed my hands, and now I'm going to show you everything that I bought from Sprouts. First of all, I got some plant-based milk, and I try to stay away from dairy as much as possible. So if I get like creamer or milk or ice cream, I always make sure that it's non-dairy. Like I said, non-dairy creamer. Love this stuff. It's great for my afternoon tea times. I got like an edamame flavored hummus, and then I also got a garlic. And these are so great for dipping carrots or cucumbers into as like a little afternoon snack, or to just put as a topping in the Buddha bowls that I like to make. I also got a couple boxes of tofu, and I like to cut these up and put them into my Buddha bowls for lunches. Cilantro, lime, avocado based dressing for my Buddha bowls and for salads in general. And then I also got a little special treat, white wine, some Sauvignon Blanc, as well as some red wine. I got a couple boxes of strawberries, a couple boxes of grape tomatoes. I absolutely love these just to like snack on like candy. Micro arugula. I like to use this as a nice little garnish topping if I make avocado egg toast in the morning or in my green smoothies. I got some microwavable popcorn. I just love snacking on popcorn, especially at night if I'm watching Netflix. It's probably one of my favorite snacks. I also got some eggs, and I personally don't mind spending extra money on eggs as long as they're like the best quality possible. I got this massive thing of oranges because I am going to squeeze them and make some juice out of them, which will be really delicious. These produce bags are so amazing. There's like every possible size that you could want. So this is the largest one, and it's perfect to put a whole bunch of oranges in here. Next, I have some kale, and I love to put kale in my green smoothies, or for my Buddha bowls, I like to cook them up a little bit and they taste so good. Cilantro, and this is definitely my favorite herb. I can smell this all day long. Got a few ripe avocados, bunch of sweet potatoes. I got 4 big ones because it makes up the bulk of my Buddha bowl. Next, I got a bunch of carrots. You know, just your basic carrot, but there's no packaging involved, which is amazing. And then same concept of the carrots I did with the mushrooms. There were already pre-packaged boxes of mushrooms, but like I said, I wanted to reduce the amount of plastic that I was purchasing. So I just went ahead and got a handful of mushrooms to put in my little produce bag, so that way there's no waste involved in terms of packaging. Finally, I got these lovely tulips. I was kind of on the verge of buying them because they were kind of expensive, but what turned me on was that they had paper instead of the plastic wrap that most of the bouquets at the store were coming in. And these are just so lovely and they're gonna look amazing in my room. So the grand total of that haul was $110.70. Now, I know that's probably not the cheapest haul, but for me personally, if there's anything that I will splurge my money on, it's food. But I do try to keep the costs of my food budget down by cooking for myself and not eating out or doing takeout all the time. So I'm gonna put all of this away and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So everything is all put away and I thought I would kind of share with you my plan for meals this week. For breakfast, I'm either going to have a green smoothie or I'll make avocado toast with eggs and micro arugula on top. And then for lunch, which I like to have as my biggest meal of the day, and I usually like to make a plant-based Buddha bowl. So I'm actually gonna do that now since it's 1:30 and I'm pretty hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that process. For dinners, I'll have a really light salad, or if my dad cooks some salmon, I'll have some of that. And then I also feel like baking some matcha scones, and I actually have all of the necessary ingredients in the house. I was like, why the heck not? I don't know if you can see, but they're gonna look a little something like this. I'm the kind of person who loves tea. I thought that these matcha green tea scones would be a really delicious complement to my black tea in the afternoons. I'm not a huge baker, so we'll see how it goes, but since I'm basically stuck at home these days, I feel like it's fun to just try new things. So I did like a what I eat in a day vlog pretty recently, but this is gonna be a more casual look into how I make my protein Buddha bowls. Let's go. The first thing I do is preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and then I'll peel and cut my sweet potatoes. I drizzle the zucchini and the sweet potato with some olive oil, and I'll just make sure that it's all evenly covered. And then I'll just stick this into the oven once it turns to 400 degrees. And I usually let it cook for about 15 minutes. Here's like my go-to organic quinoa that I like to use. When I'm waiting for my quinoa to cook, I'm gonna prep the rest of the vegetables that will be going into my Buddha bowl. So here's the completed bowl. It has all of this yummy goodness in there. And then I have a tall glass of water with my cucumber ice cube. I like to just mix it all together. So it's not the prettiest, but that way all the flavors really melt into each other. And it's so good. These are my leftovers from lunch, and I just put them into these glass Tupperware jars. So now they're just really easy to access for my future lunches. And now comes the fun part. We're gonna make some matcha green tea scones. I had everything already in my house, so there's no need to buy baking supplies, which is great because it's really hard to find in the store these days. So I'm just gonna follow this recipe that I found online. This is my first time making scones in my entire life, and I have no idea what the process looks like or if I'm even doing it right. You know what? I guess we will see. Okay, so I suck at baking. Not what I was expecting at all. I think next time I bake these, I'll make them a little thicker rather than flatter. And this is all egg that I was supposed to brush on, but apparently I didn't do a very good job. Oh my god, you guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to eat these to test them out. They're just not very pretty. So if anyone is watching this who's good at baking, please give me some tips. Clearly, I suck. So any and all advice is welcome. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this grocery shopping haul and vlog. It was super simple and casual, so let me know if you like these kinds of videos. Stay safe and healthy, you guys, and I will see you in the next video.